Another sketchbook. This is one of my sketchbooks from my senior year in high school and all that. And this was a book from our graphic design class. We had like a trade school that we went to, or we could like sign up for. And I went to the graphic design program. Can already tell you it sucks ass. Like, I would not recommend it. But this is one of the sketchbooks that she gives us for like, concept art, all that, planning our projects and whatever. I'll just let you know I did not use it for any of that, and she got really upset over that, which is like, I don't give a fuck, but we'll just get into it. Okay, I started the sketchbook in August 14th of 2024, ended it technically a little bit sooner than this, but I was just like going through the pages, ripping them out, and I was like, or ripping out the extra pages that I wasn't drawing on. And I was like, well, I might as well just end the sketchbook. So I was like, fuck it. Ended it that day. This is Spark. These are really, really old designs that I had of these characters because this was like almost a couple years ago. So they're going to look way different than I have them now. But Spark, Marky, no specific version, just fluffy bastard. I love him. Doodle of me, failed doodle of me, doodle, and another doodle that I did in class. These are early versions of Plutara and her story. This kind of concept changed a little bit, but it's changed quite a bit, actually. I'm not gonna lie. But this is just like, okay, hold on. Okay, my neighbors are up, so they're gonna be a little bit loud, so just gotta ignore that. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, just old concept stuff of her. Not sure what's really happening here, so I can't really explain it. But I know it had to do with something like with her dad and all that, right? So, just crazy lore that I can't explain. Doodle. This was for like a project we had to do in class. It's like one of the only times I used a sketchbook for its intended purpose. Sorry, sniffles. But for our project we were doing, I cannot remember what it was, but me and a friend had to like collab together, and we decided to use like animals or something. I'm not sure what it was. Spark poster concept art. I have the actual like poster art somewhere. I just don't want to go look for it. Plutara, and then Marky, like old version of Marky. And then there's like a little coyote wolf thing in here. Just doodles, I guess. Warming up. This is a little more recent. I was just like trying to play around with this sketchbook and just see what I can like. I was attempting or planning to, fill this whole thing up and make it really thick, but I was like, I don't want to worry and like work on that at all. I don't feel like it. This is a concept art for a project I was trying to do in graphic design. Though she was a bit weird on me, like she didn't really want me to do like stuff that really involved around like stuff that I would want to make, which really is why I hate the class too, because it just did not help me improve because I wasn't able to like do stuff that would involve around what I want to do in the future and all that. Little concept logos or something. I cannot remember what it was. I cannot remember a lot of this. It was a very bad year. I'll just say that much. I think these are a little more recent. Doodles, Marie and Spark, old version of Marie, Milo. All Milo. Other concept art of sorry. I'm recovering from a sickness, okay? Oh my god. Okay. Spark. What's your name? Doodle. And I can't really see what else is going on the page, but I'm guessing it's just like more concept art. I really hated having to do projects in that class. That class burned down my motivation a lot. I have another friend that sometimes like watches my stuff and comments, and they can back it up. They hate it. Tara, this page is ripping out. I guess another doodle. I'm guessing I was like comic planning here in my free time. Yeah, Plutara, Doodle, another version of Marky, I think, from what I know of. That could be Sam, or older version of Sam. Don't know what the fuck that is. Plutara, I would say that's Marie, but she did not look like that back in 2024. So, foreshadowing, I guess. That's, and then Spark. If I can flip the freaking page. Oh my god. Okay. Milo, I was just like, I found this really cool thing on like Pinterest. It was like centaur kind of legs, I guess, or like animal legs. And I was like, I want to draw Milo with that. And I did that with like watercolors. Doodle of a spider. I was doing a lot of animal studies in this book too, because, you know, drawing animals are fun. And I really didn't know what else to draw at the time. So it's a tiger, and then Marie. And then I really liked this drawing. This was like trying to figure out her tattoos and stuff. She has different tattoos now. I had it in the other sketchbook tour if you want to go look at that. But this is just Plutara again, more of that. Had this like eye thing going on with her. It's kind of the same of how her body looks now, but it was on her eye because I was trying to make it connect to like the eyeball because there's the eyeball in the design. So these are just sticky notes for like planning and all that, and I was trying to figure out some stuff. These really aren't important, but Doodle, I think that might be Milo, Spark, and then that's Katie. I feel like these are a little more recent, but I'm not really sure. Definitely by like several months though, not like 2024. Old drawing of, or doodle, whatever. And this weird project we had in our graphic design class, we had to like, she had like this thing of like weird products that we had to, you know, market. And then we had a bucket where you chose a random character. Me and my friend got like these miniature plastic hands that we had to promote. And then we got Wednesday Addams, and I was like, oh, well, you know, one of the relatives or whatever is a hand. Maybe we can use him to promote it, and that's what we ended up doing. I do not have the original project anymore, or at least I think it's like with my friend or something. But I really wish I had it. It's kind of funny. Not really, but you know. And this was, I was really getting into tattooing in my senior year, right? And I was just trying to come up with some stuff for fun. This is one of them. I still really would like to get this tattooed. It's really cute. But this was like of my dog, right? And I want to do this and revamp it a little bit to make it look a little more like her. Don't know who that is. Moth, Marie, older version of Marie. I have several versions of all my characters, but this was for another project, which I never ended up doing again because she was really weird about me and my creative freedom in that class, right? She would let me get away with like drawing for projects, but not quite as much as I really should be allowed to. And she really bummed it down. Like she really didn't encourage it, so that didn't really help at all. So, but this was one of them. It was for like a restaurant ad, and I didn't end up doing it, which I'm really sad about, but it's all right. Little doodle and then doodle right there. This was for another project, these little Valentine's doodles. I ended up doing like a dog, just a dog version of Spark. She's a golden retriever, right? Ended up doing that for one of the cards. Don't know if it ever got like approved or whatever. I can't remember. But these were just some concepts for that, and I thought they're really cute. Plutara, doodle, and then another Plutara doodle. And ignore like all of these. I had to write down files and all that because I was not good at organizing my stuff in that class. So I just wrote them down so I could like later like look them up through my history and all that. That's just like more planning. And then doodle again. And I had another drawing that I unfortunately ripped out. I think it's in my portfolio. I like it a lot, but I'm not going to grab it because I'm lazy. But this was like, it was a part of this little thing. And I was drawing it in class, and because I was having like, you know, a really bad time with my art and all that, I wasn't feeling motivated. So I was like, well, if I doodle a little bit, maybe it'll help. Did this in another page, really, really liked it. But then my teacher came over and she told me that I shouldn't be drawing in a drawing class, technically design class, but there's still drawing involved in it. And I thought it was really weird. And I was like, all right, I guess, but I don't know how else you're going to get me to do my project if I can't warm up like that, you know? Me and my boyfriend, this is when I was like getting like personal stuff, but this is when I was like getting out of the house, my old house, very personal stuff that I'm not really going to get into. And I was living with him at the time. And this is just one of them, and I have a lot of doodles with him. Another one of those Valentine's projects, Plutara doodle, and then Marie. I love her old design. I need to draw it again. More doodles on some like receipt paper from work. Yeah. Doodles like planning from my other project called Stargazer. Doodles, writing it down, and these are just like a bunch of doodles behind here. We have like this like flower shop robot project in our class, and I was like, oh, maybe I can use cats for it. Never worked out. Didn't end up using that. I did this like kind of like dirt Wally kind of thing, and I like him, but I just wish I could have gotten more original with my stuff. This is a doodle I did on the bus on the way back, because I was just like trying to figure out like what to draw, because I didn't really want to draw at the time. So I was like, well, maybe if I just kind of branch out or doodle or just do some fun simple stuff, it'll work out. And it helped a little bit, I won't lie. More animal drawings when I did at my boyfriend's house. Doodle, Plutara, but like human design. I still really like this, but I don't know if I'll ever use it again. Oh, sorry, I got sniffles. These are just doodles, but with like me, I guess, just like trying different styles, and I really like them. I think they're cute. Boyfriend again. This is when I first was like starting to date him and all that. This is me at the time, and this is Milo. This paper is really hard to flip. I am so sorry. Oh yeah, this is, did I skip a page? No. This is early planning of the Abyss. This doesn't happen, but this is like just planning of like what I could do for it. I was like just figuring it out and just figuring out what to draw. And this was like one of the scenes in the start. It doesn't go like this anymore, but I really like it still. This is Kaz again. I don't know who that is. This is with watercolor. I really like it. This is Michael Kaz. Didn't finish any of it. I don't know if you can tell I was in a very bad creative block, but I would get like little spurts at times. And which is funny, I would only get those spurts whenever I was like not in class. So, ooh, D&D character, or like my Sona, D&D Sona kind of thing. She's cute. Did the same thing. This is when I was first making one for my boyfriend. This is very, very recent. This is him. He likes to play guitar, so I drew a guitar kind of thing. Made him like this elf, whatever. And I drew his dog Nova as this like little beast thing. And I think it's cool. This is Milo. Logo design, I think. Moon, whatever, doodles. And then Spark. Okay, and this is another doodle of like Spark. And I think these two are like Sashley's character or something like that. I know this one for sure. This one I'm not too sure about. That one too. And this is Milo again. And this is just a doodle I was doing at my boyfriend's house because, I was just trying to figure out ways to get my creative spark back, because it was not really a good time in my life. It was very rough. I would tell that much. These are doodles that I did when I was still in the house, my old house. I like them, but they're cute. They're cute. But, it was in the old house. Doodle I did at my boyfriend's house. I couldn't, I had to like kind of move out like pretty quickly because I was trying to get out of there as fast as I could. So I didn't have many art supplies. I was going off of like what I had, and I had like Sharpies, highlighters, pencils, and I made it work. It looks really good. So I think that's cute. I like it. Doodles with that. Milo, all at my boyfriend's house. Milo and Spark, sorry. Okay, these are old designs. Sorry. hold on. These are old designs of my main cast of characters. This is just a doodle. Nothing really important about it. I can move that out of the way. But Marky, Milo, Marie, Spark. Vastly different now. But I still really like these. I still really like this one, but it doesn't really fit his character anymore. Maybe like this is when the Abyss was like more sci-fi and like more sci-fi based, I guess. And I was like trying to figure that out, but it never worked out. But I could really see this being like something I use again in another project. This is a little comic panel planning that I was gonna do, but never worked, and just doodles of them. And this is thing with Plutara. She was meant to like imitate and like copy people, kind of like I want to say doppelganger, but I don't really think that's a good term for it. But that's kind of what the inspiration was. She would do that with like all sorts of people. And this is one of me trying to do it with Milo, but I don't think she does it quite as much anymore, but maybe I'll dabble into it again. Who knows? I'm still really like trying to figure out the story itself, but I'm still like actively making pages. Like I have the story figured out, but little details not quite as much. This is a doodle of one of the, once again, the flower shop project. This is the girl I ended up. No, I didn't. I didn't end up using her. I just did that. But this is one of the concepts. I really like her because I was trying to get more into like character design because I was trying to make my portfolio character design based, and she just would not let me really. Like she wouldn't be upfront about it, but she was very subtle about me doing character design. It was just really weird. So, Marky, Milo, Doodle. I'm guessing like Doodle of human Plutara, and there was a thing with like Spark and Plutara, like her human design, because like Spark's gay, right? And I was like, maybe they can flirt. Like use she was like distracting her because like she's a police officer. She's still a police officer in the story, but she's not really like this anymore. But I was like, maybe she can like use this as like distraction technique. I don't know. I thought it was a really silly concept, and I decided to draw it for a little bit. Old design of Marie. I still really like this. That's another one. Spark. Her name isn't Sam anymore. Just so y'all know, her name isn't Sam anymore. It's just Spark. And her old name in the current comic is Amy or Amanda or something like that. Just like whatever you want to call her like that. But she doesn't use Sam anymore. And Marie or May. I don't really use May that much though. More doodle is a Spark. Right here. This paper is getting on my freaking nerves. Okay. Plutara. Shirt I saw on Pinterest. Wanted to draw Marky in it. Didn't really draw him though. Old concept art of Marie. I think just something I saw on Pinterest and decided to draw it. More concept art or doodles and all that. I think a dress I probably saw on Pinterest. I'm not sure yet. Doodle. You can tell I was having a hard time drawing, right? This is when I was in class too. I was drawing Kaz, and I was just like trying to learn how to use both of the materials that I had in there. She had a bunch of markers and a bunch of colored pencils, and I was like, well, I never got to really use these before, so I might as well pick them up and try them. These are my attempts at it. I think they're pretty good. These are like Prismacolor, so they look a little smoother than my current colored pencil art. But also, I'm sorry if the angle and like the shakiness is really bad. I have a tripod coming in the mail hopefully soon. Milo, Marky, Spark. I still really like that old design, but it doesn't fit any of the current story anymore, so I can't really use it. But I think it's really cute. And just more of that, more design, figuring it out. I was gonna do the same thing with Milo, but Milo, he looked butt ugly, so I didn't use it. But these are just some of them. Marky, but when he's human, just writing, figuring stuff out, doodle. Somebody's character on Discord, I think, in a server that I was in. Same. Just making them art. I don't talk to them anymore because I didn't really know them anyway, but still. Doodles of Spark and Marie. They were meant to be like a couple in the first story, and they still kind of are, but I don't think it would really work out in a sense where it'd be a healthy relationship. And I'm not trying to really make it healthy. It's more like toxic Yuri, but it's so bad. It's Marie again, more doodles of that. I still really like their relationship dynamic in this, but right now it's just really just doomed at the moment. Do not have hope in them. They're not. Don't do it. Doodles that bled through. Doodles of Marky when he was a human. I think I had like a different concept going on, but it never worked. I'm just not sure what the concept was right now. Doodle of Spark in her human design, and then that's supposed to be Marky, but you know she obviously looks like way different right now. Doodle of Spark, trying to figure out the markers in my class. Kaz, same kind of thing, and this was like a story about like robotic zombies or whatever, and I was like, because I have a character that I write zombie apocalypses for sometimes, and I was like, well, maybe I should try and figure it out. Don't ever write it anymore, but maybe I'll get back into it. I don't know. This was like supposed to be a rendered drawing of like this bikini that I found, but never got done with it, obviously. I still really like this though. It's really cute. These are doodles I made at my boyfriend's place. Remember specifically because this one right here, I kept on calling him fat fuck to my boyfriend. I love him. It's Putara, and then that's just a doodle. More doodles from my boyfriend's place. Marie. Just, I guess, like a picture I saw on Pinterest, and I drew like this cat lady kind of thing. Same thing over here. Kind of going on. Doodle. And this was just like another picture of the relationship dynamic. I was like, well, I want to draw something silly. I was like, what if Spark is just like a meat eater, whatever it's called, and she's just vegetarian? And I thought it was really cute. She looks disgusting. I love it. I can't flip the page. It's so awkward. Dude, okay. More doodles. Piece of paper I pasted on there for no reason. Comic planning for like my comics. It was going to be a comic, Stargazer. It's now just going to be a book. So this is just some of the planning that I had. Nothing on here. But there's Tara. We hate her. We love her. We hate her. And that's it. Sad, ain't it? There ain't nothing in here really. It was just a really bad year, so there isn't much like art at all. But thank you for watching. Bye. Love you.